this, it becomes like, oh, that never actually happened before to your mind.
Right.
To an average person that's listening, they'll just process that as, yeah, this is some shit that Trump brought. You know, like, no. I done heard kids call umbuku and all kind of stuff when we was kids. And go back home, I done heard all that. Like, and you know, I grew up in Harlem, so we've got Dominicans and Puerto Rican person has kids that came to school that speak any English. You get in your mind, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta fight, you gotta beat somebody up, get him off his back. But this is the world we're living in nowadays, and we've made it okay to pull extremes and to go out and you know what I mean? Like the kid who stabbed the kid trying to hide and it was basically premeditated murder. You called gay and the gay kid punched the other kid in the face and he ain't gay when he fighting, you know, like you know, punched the other kid in the face and and he ain't gay when he fighting, you know, like he ain't gay when he fighting, you know, punched the other kid in the face and you know, punched the other kid in the face and he ain't gay when he fighting, you know, like you know, punched the other kid in the face and he ain't gay when he fighting, you know, like he ain't gay when he fighting, you know, punched the other kid in the face and you know, punched the other kid in the face and do that, you're gonna get in trouble. Like somebody's gonna say
in the neighborhood, somebody in the block was watching.
Somebody gonna say something.
You knew it was gonna get back to your parents, and you gonna get that. Somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna say something. It was gonna get back to your parents. You gonna get that. Somebody gonna say something. Somebody in the block. Somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna say something. It was gonna get back to your parents.
You were still with an aunt, an uncle, a cousin. You were still around family. So I don't know. Maybe that's what's changed, and now you have kids that are out there just figuring it out on their own. Well, this is what you get.
I really believe that we're on the same age bracket. That was kind of last days of innocence.
Yeah,
I think that's right before the crack era took off.
Yeah.
So you got crack parents having crack babies, and then that progression, grandma who's a little bit older, because grandmas were still older at that time, are taking care of the kids. They can't move the way they need to move. The kids got some emotional issues. Then they have a child young, and that spiral. Now there are people who've overcome that and made it work, and it's a proud moment when that happens. But that became the epidemic growing up in Harlem. You saw that firsthand.
Absolutely, absolutely. You see that firsthand. You got friends and family that have gone through it. So yeah, you see it firsthand. You and maybe that's what I guess. Maybe it's just a continuous spiral, and and we saw the beginning of it, and it turned into this, and then now it's where we are.
When you got more enhanced in your fame, did you ever want to maybe leave Harlem? No,
I mean. No, because I didn't know anything else. So I didn't want to leave. I was just like, I wasn't one of those kids that dreamed about going to all these different countries, and I still haven't gone to most of these countries. Like it was never really a
well,
thing
you're still dreaming.
I'm trying to make my way out.
I never wanted to leave Harlem. I never thought about it like that. I mean, when I first got to Cali, I was out of place. I was like, what's going on out here? Like, you guys have cars at 15? I'm not used to that. Like, I didn't think you could drive until you turn 21,
I had a bus pass.
Right, yeah. I get on a train, man. What's going on? So
it's the real Dickie Rob.
It's a whole different vibe. So, I didn't think about leaving Harlem. I never thought I wanted to be somewhere better. I thought Harlem was the best you could get.
Yeah. Are there any organizations that you're a part of, or do you do any activist work, or something that's just dear to your heart, like a specific cause?
I'm one of those people that I'm an activist on the outside. Like, I'm on the outside looking in at all these different things, because I have a hard time joining up things. I have a hard time committing myself to things that are too big for me. Like, I don't want to find out later on that someone's not doing the right things, and I'd rather do it straight for me to whatever cause I'm going to do. I don't like being involved with all these organizations and groups. It's too much paperwork and too many. Like I said, everyone has an agenda. You don't even know if you're really supporting that cause. It's like the commercials when you see the people eating or starving at night, and they send you the 75 cents a day. Then you send it, and you realize it's not going directly to them. It's like it's too much of that, and it's been that for a long time. So I stay away from that. I kind of stay on the outside, on the fringes.
It's gotten so big with that they actually now have those things at ATM machines.
Yeah,
when you put your card in, and then they ask you if you want to donate to breast cancer and this, that, and it comes with all these different lists of organizations.
Every time I buy my body wash, somebody will write it.
Somebody will write it to tell you.
And it's just sad because people are now you never want to be hesitant to do something great or be a part of something great. But like you said, you don't know where your money's going now. People were giving their money to FEMA, Red Cross. These countries wasn't seeing the money. They weren't getting the money. Now people are like, I don't know where my money's going to. And now it could be a cause that really need assistance. But people are now pulling back to just be a part of joining something great because you don't know what's going on. So it's just really creating a vicious cycle.
Yeah, and most of the things that I support are just children. So any Shriners hospitals, autism, children, anything. That's the stuff I support. So that's what I would champion, if anything.
We got a few minutes left. Now, again, I want to thank you.
Thank you
for coming through today.
Thank you.
I'd be remiss with Stetsasonic and Bobby Simmons looking right in my face.
Here he goes. That I know.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
You're a DJ now.
I do.
A lot of people really know that, with all you're in the music.
I've been, but see, I'm original. Like, I'm Technique 1200s and a mixer.
Okay.
2 records. This new era is fun. It's fun seeing all this new technology that's gone into DJing and
gotta get your muscles
getting the party started. No more crates, man. Yeah. And that used to be the excuse to have a crew with you. Now you can show up with your zip drive. That's your crew. That's crazy. Like, I have no crew. Yeah, the crew is part of the look. It's supposed to have the whole DJ booth jumping.
So you be having people like, bring my record.
Bring the crate, bro. And then my homeboy Dade, man, he used to be able, when we'd help each other, my homeboy Dade and Tariq, 2 of my boys that we grew up with doing it. We used to pick records for each other and know what sound. Yeah, I know what you want to play next. Like that was the fun of it all. Now it's like, I'm just scrolling through my computer. Oh, got it.
Yeah, that's Charlie Murphy and that's Fruity. Go ahead, Saf, I need a quick question.
Because a lot of people are asking me, do you have any projects? What's next for you? What do you have going on?
I'm shooting something right now that I'm trying to raise money for. So I'm shooting a teaser for it. That's why I have my beard. But this is a project called Oliver's Twist. I'm hoping that you guys will, when I throw it out, I'm putting it online. I'm going to put the little teaser online. I'm hoping people like it.
We can actually run it on 950 Networks.
Then there it is.
But I'm just saying, you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, it's a run. It's a teaser. It's a teaser, man. I got you. I'm definitely going to shoot it you guys' way, man. I'd love that, man. Any support we can have.
And you're raising money for?
That project, yes. Oliver's Twist. Yeah. I'm trying to do that.
Movie?
It's a film. It's a film. Yeah, it's a film. I can't give it away, but when you see the teaser, you just tell me what you think. Let me know how you receive it.
You have to audition, right?
Yeah, you got to audition.
No, bro, you're not auditioning. You stay right behind this microphone. You stay, and wear your Floyd Mayweather hat.
Hey, there you go. Huh?
Real quick, man. Where can people reach out to you? Support this project. Reach out to you on social media.
Dion_Richmond is my social media, man. So DEON_RICHMOND. That's my social media. You'll see everything there, man. Instagram, Twitter. What else do I have? I have Facebook.
It's in there. Google.
Yeah, I'm old. I don't know all of these things.
I'm scared to ask you, do you know your Facebook?
That's it. Dion Richmond is my Facebook name.
I'm sure somebody got one there, Kenny. He just don't know about it.
Somebody helped me make a fan page recently. I didn't even know they had those. I'm confused sometimes. I'm like, it's just every day something else jumps up on your screen. A new app, and you got to use it and connect it to all the other apps.
And you got to be careful with that now. They spying on us.
Oh yeah, they gonna spy, man. They got us.
Dion Richmond, thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you.
Yo, can I get it in the morning? Every Saturday I be up, no yawning. 950 Lounge on Sway. Tune in, app on play. Straight up to 950 Lounge. Play the hottest joints in town. Hey, where my radio, man? turn that up. Goes away up, like me in the club. Fly flash, roll plastic, still turn it into dub. Saturday morning, no walk the same, we fresher. 950 lounge, that's my guilty pleasure. I don't miss my favorite show, I put everything on hold. Work the baby, even the baby with a low. We in the club, fly flash, roll don't bother. I'm locked in, 10 to 1, no problem. Saturday morning, no walk the same, we fresher. 950 lounge, that's my guilty pleasure. I don't miss my favorite show, I put everything on hold. Work the baby, even the baby's feeling low. When 950, come on, don't bother. I'm locked in.
We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge. Still joined by the lovely Jessica Castro. Thank you, Angela Lopez, for her. I agree with everything Angela said. Something about she crazy.
Good info to know.
That's the kind of women we like.
She was serious though.
The brother to my far left who needs no introduction.
I don't want to say her.
Rap Blue Sonic. He's got his own show, the Bobby Simmons Show, that gets thousands of viewers every weekday. He's a friend and family to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Just got back from LA. I'm talking about the Shazam Show, ladies and gentlemen. The homie Bobby Simmons.
Thank you so much. What's up, everybody? What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Boo. You still my man over. Boo.
Big man haters club.
Well, but how was your holiday, man?
Actually, my holiday was good, man. There's a, you know, I'm glad that.
We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge. Still joined by the
I've done.
Good to know.
That whole 4th of July thing, man. You know, since I lost my arm the last time, this is not even real.
Good info to know.
I stay away from all that nonsense, man.
She was serious though.
We can rebuild it. Hey, ain't that what we living in today? You can put an arm on somebody and not even know that's an arm. I don't want to date her. No, but this is all for real.
He's got his own show, the Bobby Simmons Show.
It was good though, man. It was good. A lot of things that's getting ready to happen, so.
He's a friend and family to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Just got the world saw you on Shazam Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody was
the homie Bobby Simmons.
Thank you so much. Let me explain something about this. Everybody, let me explain. Man, I swear, if you say what everybody say, I'm gonna drop the mic. You still my man over.
Drop it on your good man haters club.
Let me tell y'all about everybody. First of all, the holiday was good, man. There's a, you know, I'm glad that
got on your fingers, so you didn't.
Oh yeah. I've done.
Good to know.
That whole 4th of July thing, man. You know, since I lost my arm the last time, you know, this is not even real. Yes, I stay away from all that nonsense, man.
They did a great job.
Yeah, they hooked it up. Though.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Hey, ain't that what we living in today?
Yeah.
You could put an arm on somebody and not even know that's an arm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So no, but this is my arm, no, for real. This really my arm, but it was good though, man. It was good. I'm a lot of things that's getting ready to happen, so. I'm happy, man.
No doubt. Now, obviously, with the world saw you on Shazam.
Yeah, and everybody was. But let me explain something about that real quick.
I got something to say, but go ahead.
Let me explain, man. I swear, if you say what everybody else say, I'm walking out. I'm gonna drop the mic.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna drop the mic.
But drop it on your good arm.
Oh yeah. let me tell y'all about everybody. First of all, the show was taped. You know, a lot of people didn't realize it was taped. You know, everybody. I mean, my phone is blowing up like, oh, you better win and you better.
They thought that you was live.
Yeah, they thought I was live.
Really? And they were hitting your phone while you trying to win $1 million.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Good friends.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, yo, come on, like. And the crazy thing about it, man, is that people had to understand how the game is played. Mm-hmm. So now, I try to explain to everybody, just watch the show. And everybody's like, yo, don't let us down, don't lose. But number one, I didn't lose. I still came out with money.
Okay.
But
So I
not
didn't
$1 million.
lose.
Right.
Not the $1 million.
Right. Yeah.
But I still came out with some good money. Now the other contestant, they're losers because they didn't win nothing. They got eliminated quickly. So I'm trying to explain to everybody, did y'all understand how the game is played?
Right.
So people's like, oh, I thought you knew music. If you watched it, you realize I got mostly everything right.
So
it's
you
how
know.
quick
You're-
you hit the buzzer.
But the
Right.
person you was
let's just lay this out online because this is crazy. He said, he said his producer, Iris, told him that, because Iris didn't know who I was.
Right.
She was like, well, a guy named Bobby told me to tell you, hi.
Bobby.
No, but Iris is cool, though.
Hello, Bobby.
Yeah. She was like, you want me to tell you
Can I call you Robert?
Yeah, that's
Bobby Brown?
She ain't no bigger than this neither. She like really short, holding a paper, her little notebook bag. And she told him, she said, this guy named Bobby said, want me to tell you hi, and he met you years ago. He's from this group called Stetsasonic. And Jamie, and he said, he looked at her like you saying it like you don't know who that is. She was like, I don't know who that is. Yeah. And he broke it down and he was like, you lying. He went to find out, was I really coming?
Right. Wow.
And then when I spoke to him as they were briefing us before we got out there for the show with the other producers, he was like, yo, man, just tell people who you are.
Because when obviously, we've been talking to legendary Bobby Simmons, Stetsasonic, when obviously we know some of the same people now that we've gotten cool with. So people say, Bobby going to hang out with Jamie Foxx. So I'm like, what? Jamie Foxx. So I didn't know it was a show. I'm thinking like maybe he's talking about the Foxhole. I don't know. I'm like, well, Bobby,
Ray Charles, tell me what I said.
So I didn't know what the deal was, and obviously I found later on about the show. So I'm like, wow, that's great. But that was the same week as the Grammys, or it was the same weekend you was out?
No, it was the same week as the BET Awards. It was the Billboard Awards.
Billboard Awards, right?
Because we was invited to go. Well, I was flying back that was on a Sunday.
Right.
And I was flying back that Sunday, and he didn't even get to go neither because of the fact he had to tape another show.
Right.
Like he taped 3 shows in one day.
Because I had just heard him on Howard Stern right before. You said you was going out there. He was promoting Shazam. And I know, again, some of the stories you learn about some of these people, I didn't know that he was that deep with the growing up in terror and some of the things he dealt with. So, again, like I said, phenomenal individual. And you did great on the show, man. I mean, we won $1,000. You was running around the stage.
He didn't win $1,000.
I didn't win $1,000.
No, the first.
Yeah.
You
mean the first $1,000?
Right.
Oh, yeah. But you know why I got excited? I'm going to tell you why I got excited. I got excited because you literally got to sit there, and you know the delay that they do with. The delay is longer than what they show on TV. They edit it. Like they literally wait to tell you who got it first.
Right.
And I'm standing there and you see my hands going like this, who got it first? To what's the name of? And it was October. Yeah. And October's like, and you wait and they're saying Bobby and Shannon got it at one point. I'm like, yeah, baby, that's right. I'm nice because I'm knowing that. Jamie was like, damn, you just won $1,000. I can imagine.
I'm going to win
$1 million.
If you win $1 million.
Turn it up in here.
He said you act like, and they cut a lot of parts too because I told people I was from Brooklyn, and he's like, damn, I'm kind of scared of you. Like you gonna beat people up if you don't win this money. You from Brooklyn. Jamie was really funny, and one of the things about Iris, the producer of the show, that she was trying to explain to a lot of other people is that everybody else that came on the show was trying to get in cool with Jamie.
Right.
Get their cool points.
Got nothing to do with
Right. And she said, look.
He's just the host.
Just have fun with him. And that's why it worked between us. And then between the break, she kept coming to me saying, yo, y'all keep having fun. Because he said, tell Bobby to keep having fun. And that's why at the end of the show, he said, if you watch it, Jamie said, after this segment, somebody's going back home to the crib. I said, why are you looking at us? And he said, because I'm just looking at the numbers. And he liked the fact that it was just people having fun with the game. Before, I got on, people wanted to have fun with Wanda, his characters, or the Ray Charles. And it's like, this is a game show.
Bro, I don't know why you're surprised. You're natural at this, Mike.
But I want to know, how did you end up getting on the show? Like, you really put in, or did someone
no.
came to you and said...
No, actually, the agency called, and actually, they actually called Shannon to put Shannon on.
Okay.
Shannon needed somebody who knew music. And out of all the friends that we have, I'm literally a walking encyclopedia. Except for when we got in the car after the game show was over. And I remember Shannon, manager said, yo, he was telling the girl and her boyfriend who won, he said, Bobby is a walking encyclopedia. He knows all about music.
Hold that thought, Bob. We'll take a quick break and come back and continue the conversation. And also what Stetsasonic is doing. The show. Bobby Simmons in the building. Nafi Lounge, come on back. We're still chilling with Bobby Simmons, the lovely Jessica Castro sitting with us today.
So damn.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Everybody's on Facebook right now.
Yes,
you know,
Facebook turned into a real business now. I remember people was like, I'm so over Facebook. Now it's like big biz.
Yeah, it used to be, you know, you would just all your old friends and girlfriends that would get you in trouble.
Facebook had to come
now you get yourself in trouble.
Now you get yourself in trouble. We were just talking off the set about Jay-Z's 444. You obviously, you know, being a legend in the music game, I'm sure you have some opinions on it. People are saying that it's a song geared toward black men or black empowerment. Your thoughts on the project by Jay-Z?
Well, I mean, I heard it. I mean, I like it. I like the album. My thing is though, man, look, man, listen, this Lemonade album, you know what I'm saying? I guess is what you could call it,
right,
or what people are calling it,
right.
Mm-hmm. You know, they're trying to darken it more. It's more of an empowerment to black men.
Ice-T.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Darker.
Yeah. So
Coffee.
yeah, I'm like, listen, man, look. I'm too old to be trying to play this game with you and Bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just go and do what you do. I know lyrically, Jay is definitely someone who I'm always interested in hearing to do something. You know, because that's we need someone like him anyway, especially a lot of the stuff that these other cats, what they call it, mumble rap?
Mumble rap.
So I'm very open and enlightened to hear something from. But is it the best Jay-Z album for me? No. So people can get mad and say, yo, B, you bugging. No, I'm not bugging, because you ain't bugging either. You know it's not the best Jay album either.
It's not my fault.
Right, exactly. But is it like, okay, you know,
entertaining?
Right. And you brought a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I can say that. 444. Right. Yeah, let's get 444 over with, get back to business.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we had Milk D on here last week.
My man, Milk is chilling. Gives it,
we
man.
thought you was going to call him, but said Bobby probably sleeping. He ain't
man.
But he was in it. Obviously, we were talking about just the growth of rap, and obviously a colleague of a mutual friend of ours in this show, Do It All.
Yeah, we produced their first album.
He's running.
Just announced he's running for congressman and do it. So to watch the growth of some of your contemporaries, how does that make you feel from a standpoint that, hey, these guys are taking their hip hop, but they're taking hip hop into other vehicles where it's needed? I think the music has always been needed, but the music was definitely needed when Stetsasonic and Run DMC and those groups put it out there. But now we need help in other areas, and these guys and contemporaries are doing other things.
Well, I mean, I think that's good. You know what I mean? But you have to also remember, those who remember hip-hop back in the days, when we were 16, 17 years old, we were already out in the forefront politically.
Musical struggle.
Yeah, we was already doing it.
That's the difference. The guys nowadays, there is no message, and that's why I like 444 so much, because there's messages behind every single one of his songs, trying to tell people, listen, let's get ourselves together. Let's go back to the way, you know, rap was back in the day. Not to say we can't make it more modern, but have a message behind what you're saying, and not just talk about, I got a gun, I sell drugs, and I got a lot of cars.
Yeah, but you know the crazy. I'm sorry. You know the crazy thing about that though, man, is that. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Jay. You know, he definitely is one. First of all, I'm getting my bragging points right now. I might as well get it because nobody won't give it to me. People like Jay and
Richard.
I'm just saying because sometimes, and I learned this from Jamie too, man. He's like, yo, sometimes people forget.
Yeah.
And guys like Jay-Z and them and 50 and them, man, like between me and Ralph McDaniels, we gave them work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, between me and Ralph McDaniels, because MTV. And those who had MTV, because I make fun of people who had cable and we didn't. Those who had MTV and was watching BT and all that.
With rock and roll.
You didn't see 50 Cent.
Nope.
You didn't see Jay-Z in the morning.
Yeah.
You didn't see MOP in the morning.
Nope.
You watched us for it. You needed us to show you what was going on in hip hop then.
MTV
and guys like Jay and them seem to no, I don't want to say it's Jay because I haven't seen Jay in almost like 3 years, 2 years. So I don't want to say him. Right. So let me use guys like Diddy and them. They seem to forget. Can people hear me? I said people like Diddy and them.
Talk about it.
I'm just saying. I don't want I don't want to make no mistakes. You know, so when it does get out there, I don't want people saying, "Yo, what you tell your kid? I heard some, your man B said." No, I'm saying that they can hear me, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying when guys like Diddy and them forget that. When you had Mary J. Blige, thank you very much. When you had Mary J. Blige, and I was doing my
Start again from the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know who was coming.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Can y'all hear me?
Go.
When I ain't gonna start it. When you had Mary and them, you know, and y'all needed help, and BT was like, "Who the hell is a Mary J. Blige?" Myself. And Ralph McDaniels, because I don't want to say just me, introduce these people to the world. But y'all seem to have forgotten about me and Ralph McDaniels. literally forgot about us. So to coincide to your question about do we think it's cool that these rappers of our peers are getting back in the forefront? Yeah, we was always there.
Right.
Ralph was always there. Chuck was always there. Stat was always there. We was already in the trenches doing this.
There's a reason why 20, 30 years ago the rap artists were 15, 16, 17 that are now 45 and over ages.
Right.
But today,
I'm 36 though. Okay.
You look it, brother.
Go ahead.
We talked about that on your show. We don't give away the secrets. But today's young artists, today's millennials don't speak that.
Well, yeah, but it kind of I kind of wanted to answer his question about when he says about how rappers today don't really. The reason why rappers today don't have nothing to speak about because they actually have nothing to fight about.
Right.
I'm talking about politically. Anything they want to fight about got something to do with some nonsense that has nothing to do with uplifting anybody. You got to remember, we was there when Yusuf Hawkins got killed. We was there. And we was in the trenches making it known Yusuf Hawkins got killed. You know what I'm saying? We making noise. Al Sharpton was up. You pump up your chest. We was there. The rappers, we was there.
Now you taking selfies.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different with us because, and I have to say this real quick too. The projects ain't really the projects no more. Sure. When we was in the projects, it was literally, we was in the projects now was like, it's like,
fancy.
Yeah, it literally is fancy enough. You get a new stove. You get a new stove and a new refrigerator. Yeah, this ain't the project.
Just they got awnings in the project over the ceiling.
They got grass and flowers now.
You got a cell phone?
And beds and all tables.
So think about it.
Work.
Exactly. The thing about it is that they have nothing. They have nothing to really to. They happy with it now. We wasn't happy with Brownsville, but it literally was, and the Bronx was the hood. Literally, the Bronx was like a Arab zone. Anybody that was born from 79 to 80, you go to the Bronx. It didn't look like
South Bronx, yeah.
It was
abandoned buildings.
Yeah. Literally, walk the Bronx.
But I think today is a new struggle.
So you need to tell me about it then.
And that's why I'm saying because that struggle is different. But we're not hearing it from today's artists.
They don't know nothing to talk about.
Exactly.
They don't know nothing to talk about. I mean, I like 4-4, don't get me wrong, and Jay, you want to speak some good stuff, don't get me wrong. But everybody praising him. He was not the first rapper to talk about something with black power or strength. And I feel like everybody's like, oh, yeah, Jay, he doing A, B, and C. And then everybody forgetting about all the past great rappers that was talking about what was going on in the issues and black empowerment and going into black business, supporting your black business, this, that, and the third. Yes, I praise you maybe for some of the younger generations that's coming up.
Right.
But I don't feel like he should be getting all the praise. Like, he's like coming out the box with something new. He's not.
Well, something always recycles.
Right,
you know,
I just don't feel like all the extra praise.
Right.
He's getting on the album is really just.
But we should be appreciative to him that the fact that because it got lost, he's reintroducing it again.
Right. Give him that.
You know what I'm saying?
People are going a little extra. Now.
Because he's relevant.
But he's relevant.
And that too.
And the thing is that his lifestyle, people look at him, look at his wife, look at the way he is, strong black family, trying to do something productive, admits his wrongs, trying to tell people this is how you're supposed to live. Who's even said any of that? We keep going to the old school, but in the new school right now, for these young kids and for the people who grew up on the old school, who's even saying that? There is no old school.
That's part of our fault.
You're admitting you're wrong. You're admitting you're wrong for that dollar, though. Because if you really wanted to admit you're wrong, you don't need to put either one of you don't need to put in the album.
We got to take a quick break because we got to let the WRN audience off. Real quick, Bob. We're going to continue this on the other side.
Okay.
But real quick, give your information real fast.
Well, yeah, everybody, please, you can check me out, man. I still do my show, The Bobby Simmons Show, which is on FRPLive.tv. Check me out every Wednesdays, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And actually, you can check me out on my radio show, Party 101.9. And real quick before I get out, I do want to put this out there on your show first. Two things. One thing I want to put out is that there is a project that I'm in the works with Jamie Foxx with a new television show that actually we just locked in together. So
you Eddie Murphy? Now I'm all saying you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we just locked something in, and so it'll look. We'll see what it looks like in October.
Amazing.
And then also, Sonic, we're going to be in New York at the Blue Note coming up in September. We're doing 2 shows.
Really? That's what's up. So before you mentioned the Jamie Foxx thing. Congratulations on that.
Yeah,
that's
man.
a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, man.
You know, again, like I said, man. Obviously your personality and presence, getting to know you a little bit through this, last couple months. you definitely have it. So
Thanks.
whatever you do, man, you can say you're gonna be great at it because you've already been great. So it's a continuation.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm more excited about. It's crazy. When I talk to people and they talk about the new things I'm doing, I'm more excited, man, about the whole Stetsasonic thing because we one of those groups that, and I was on the phone with Daddy-O yesterday, prepping for this Blue Note shows that we got coming up.
We gotta get Daddy-O up here.
Well, he lives in Houston. He lives in Houston, Texas now.
Well, yeah.
So
welcome Carmelo.
Yeah, exactly. But we was talking last night, and he said, "Yo, man," he said we're the only group, at least old school group, that people rarely see. And then when they do hear that we coming out, people come out. Right. And I said, well, that kind of works for us because of the fact that at least we don't burn our bridges of the market. But I'm excited now to really do an entire tour of us out because a lot of people never got the chance to really see us do what we do. So
we gotta talk about pay-per-view with that, bro.
Well, we with that too. I mean, one of the cool things that I told that he said this to me when we was on the phone yesterday. He said, "You being on Shazam just made our sales go up."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
exposure.
Exactly, because what happened was Jamie had mentioned, I know who you are, and tell us about Stetsasonic, and it made people go look.
Use the
Google. Right, exactly. Yeah. So by him setting that up, and Daddy-O said it to me. He said, "Yo, man," he said, "by you being on there, he said, so we really need to."
It was some white kid in Houston, Texas.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mama, I can't find
Google. But that's funny because in our record we spell our name. Sometimes we say if you can't say it all, just say Stet. That's our record.
That's what Rodeo would do. Just Stet.
Right. That's good. Right, right?
Yep.
Right. That's what we say.
STI.
No.
Stop.
Just say Stet. I'm trying to.
There you go.
Just say Stet.
If you can't say it all,
but
just say Stet.
Last week, I think we learned that Daddy-O had a big part in Milk D's career.
Yeah, actually, he did. We both actually produced that album.
Yeah.
Daddy-O did, of course, the monster hit Top Billin' that everybody sampled.
Yeah.
I did a cut on that album called When the Two Is on the Mic. Me and Milk did together. So actually, that was our very early stages of producing records back then. Even while we was in the midst of working on records.
You realize that song that you produced he said gets the most.
Yeah. Play. It does. It does.
Daddy-O probably got a nice big house in Houston.
But Daddy-O had a big house everywhere. Even when he was living in Daddy always went big, man. Even when he was living in Brooklyn.
Daddy-O.
Yeah.
Women say, "Where's Daddy?" Daddy-O's right here. You know what I'm saying?
Even when he's living in Brooklyn, man. Him and his brother Kedar Massenberg, when they bought that condo and stuff like that. And the crazy thing about it, man, is that the reason why I said what I said about Diddy is because in the beginning, we talking about the late 80s, like 89 into 90s, those guys kind of looked to us to lead them into doing certain things. And I tell this story all the time. I think I told the story on your show. If you don't, I said it was us that helped Diddy when he needed help with his artists. For an example, I give you a perfect example. Some of y'all probably listened to the Mary J. Blige record, Real Love Remix.
Yes.
Daddy-O and Biggie were friends. They lived across the street from each other on Putnam and Gates in Brooklyn. They lived across the street from each other. So when Puff asked Daddy-O, "Yo, since we use your sample in Real Love, why don't you do the remix and why don't you rap on it?" And Daddy-O said, "Nah, you should let your man rap on it." Biggie, at the time, Biggie only had Party and Bull out.
Right.
You let your man Biggie rap on it. And Biggie, I never forget that day. I was at Daddy-O's house. Daddy-O had a studio in his house because Daddy-O's so short, his ceiling is short. So we had.
We didn't have to share that with everybody.
I'm just saying. That's how I remember his studio. And Biggie, I never forget. Biggie cut those vocals in his house, in his basement studio, in one take. And if y'all remember the record, it's the "Look Up in the Sky, It's a Bird,
It's a Plane." No, it's Mary J. and the damn thing.
What do he say at the end of the record? "Peace to Daddy-O and big up to Brooklyn."
Yeah. Wow.
He freestyled that. He didn't write that. And I remember Puff said, "Yo, double that." Meaning double your vocals on that.
Double right.
And Biggie was like, "Double it, man. Nah, you sound good to you." Daddy was like, "Nah, Daddy got this attitude where he acts crazy. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Leave it just like that. That's dope. We're going to cut it just like that. Play it back." And he played it back. And what you hear on that record is a one take.
Nice.
They didn't have to do it over and double it. It's a one take.
That's how he was so great. Because he just could rap At the drop of a dime.
Yeah. You know what? The thing is that I remember y'all was talking about earlier about this whole thing with Jay-Z's his album and everything else. The one thing I can always say when I'm looking back at a lot of stuff back from when y'all was out there, like you and Sestastonic, and also with Public Enemy and the rest of y'all guys, y'all had a lot of activists back then too. That helped guide y'all, like Ozzie Davis and a couple of other ones out there and everything else. I think that's what's happening with most of the new ones now. They don't have those people that really trying to help them and try to say, okay, let's use your music to help motivate other people. That's why I think that's what's really going on.
The sad thing about that is that we're here. Yeah. You know, and we try, and most of us do try to talk with some of the one thing that I have to say real quick about 50 Cent, so I'll never forget that the BET Awards wanted to do this segment in the show where they wanted the new school rappers to do something on the stage with the old school rappers. And I never forget, 50 said it loud right in front of all of us. Told the producer who was producing, said, nah, I'm not doing no performance with these, because if we do it with them, it's gonna make us look old.
Wow.
So I'm saying that's their mentality. That's what these young kids' mentalities now is. Yeah. So if a brother like me wanted to walk up on one of these young dudes and be like, "Yeah, I'm from the old school, but yo, I can help you guys. I could be," they'd be like, "Yeah, but if I'm hanging around you, then I'm gonna look old."
Perception, people.
But see, that's the problem. They don't know where to learn from. That's where you got to learn from. It's from the old. How are you gonna learn something?
But you're a part of that because you're more around the younger cats. You're supposed to be one of the dudes that's like, "Yo, but this is B from Sestastonic. Y'all need," it's like you gotta also help, because right now, I can talk all I want to about, when we made our records, and they can be like, but you'll be talking about A$AP Rocky, and they'll be like, word, son, and there'll be more vibe, and you got to be the one to say, I know about A$AP, but yo,
don't know about
exactly.
No, I remember that because I went to my cousin's house and he had all this like whole little crew, and I said, wait a minute, what are y'all listening to? I made him go on YouTube. I started putting all these old school songs on, and their mouths are just dropping. I'm like, all that's music you listening to now? This is really came from. This is the real hit. And it gets their minds flowing. They'll accept it eventually. But it's the way you bring it to anybody. That's the way you put it on the table.
Exactly.
Show it to somebody. Whether they're going to eat it or not, that's up to them.
Exactly.
But at least you got to put it on the table in front of them to understand it.
And that's to answer your question, because we're still here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're still trying to the reason why I kind of survived most of the old school Sestastonic thing, it's because of the fact I had a television show that kept me relevant with young kids who was watching my show when they was like 10 years old. So by the time they 10 years old, I'm already in my mid-20s. Yeah. So now that they reaching 30, it's like, I remember watching you as a kid, so they only remember me more as from Flavor Videos than from Sestastonic. Yeah. So I kind of rode relevant. And then now I'm doing more television shows, and even doing the Be Shazam. Now young kids be like, I saw you on Be Shazam. Yeah. So I'm still rolling over to a younger generation. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's why I'm kind of safe with some of the young kids or something like that, or they'll go on YouTube and find some of my old skits. So, it works for me.
Say you go to a restaurant, you get a free meal now.
Nah, that didn't happen for us when we were in there. Nah, it didn't happen for us. But he did say, "Yo, what's up, Bob?" I was like, "Yeah, how you doing,
the
man?"
Bill right here, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
So it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Here's some extra fries.
Hey, I wish it would have worked.
I know we gotta get you out of here, man. And every time you come here, we learn something new. So it's appreciated.
Well, I love telling my stories to y'all, man, because of the fact that I ain't put no book out yet. You know what I'm saying? So,
Let's talk about it. One more time, Bob, where can people reach out to you, find more information about you?
Well, definitely, please, everybody. I'm a social media guy now. I wasn't before, but now I am. Y'all get me up on my Instagram, which I play with a lot, BSBVBK. That's actually Bobby Simmons, Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So I did a BSBVBK.
I thought it was Bull,
Somebody said that to me. A rapper said to me, he said
5 years ago, but I came up now. Yeah, I'm a Christian.
But that's where you can find me at. Everybody, Sharon. But y'all can catch me. Y'all catch me on my radio show, Party 101.9, Monday through Fridays on at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And again, check me out on FRPLive.tv, man. I'm really into the streaming thing, man. I was a non-believer, but I'm a believer now.
You're living proof of that with the numbers that like I said.
You know what? I just want to ask Bob one quick thing before he goes. You're going to plan to do another Self-Destruction album?
You know what? Okay, Kevin. I know you want me to get out of here, but I got to say this one real quick.
Go ahead, bro. I didn't want Molly beating me up.
I'm sorry.
I got to say this. We've said this hundreds of times, and the 50 Cent thing coincide with it. And I'd say Daddy-O talked to KRS-One about doing it. And KRS was like, you put it together, we'll make it happen. So D went after all the new rappers and asked them to be a part. See you shaking your head because you already know the answer. There's your answer.
Well, just do it with the old rappers again.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to say, do you still feel a sense of responsibility with the old school rappers, just hitting the music game hard with a lot of the young rappers instead of just sitting a little bit behind the scenes and just watching it unfold? But you already answered the question.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's not that we weren't going to be on a record. Maybe we was, maybe we wasn't. We just wanted to get a newer generation, because again, here's a record that was out almost damn near 30 years ago, and we're looking at the same. No, that was 89. And we're looking at the same thing.
Oh.
I mean, come on. Kumo D said the dopest line on that record.
Yeah.
He said, I never should have to run from a black man. He said, I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, so I shouldn't have to run from a black man.
Yeah, why don't you just do it again with yourselves? I mean, and then make the new people just look at it and say, oh, you know what, we better do it too.
Yeah, but it's important. Exactly. It's important, but it's important to get them involved.
Pass the baton. That's what it's all about.
There you go.
I mean,
and that's why I'm saying we are still here trying to grab. And 50 played a part of that. Saying that though to all those young kids, that was right. Chris Brown was there that day too. All of them. Saying it around all of them, it made them feel like, word, 50 right. Oh, but you down to do something with Michael Jackson. He old.
Right.
You down to do something with Sunshine. He old. You ain't got no problem with I'm sorry. Michael was relevant.
Right.
So you need that Michael space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I say this, and I'm dropping the mic after I say this.
Mm-hmm.
All these cats are a bunch of phonies in the music industry because nobody wanted to work with no old school artists, none of these old school singers or rappers.
But they sample
until R. Kelly made a new adventure out of Ron Isley.
Amen.
Everybody was like, nah. Even Snoop. Snoop is my man. Me and Snoop is cool. But Snoop was like, I'm going to get on there. Where's my Uncle Charlie at? And he got Charlie Wilson involved. But prior to that, think of all the rappers. How many R&B old school artists that you saw on these rappers' records?
Yeah.
None of them. Until R. Kelly said, yo, I'm telling you, I can make you relevant again. And he did. Even Ron Isley said, I didn't come up with Mr. Biggs. That was R. Kelly's idea.
And they sampling their music.
Exactly.
They don't even realize whose music they sample.
So I'm saying guys like 50 of them could have played a very big part at helping some of these old school artists revamping themselves, being cool with them.
Yeah.
But, again, he's 50.
But you know what? With 50 now, old. So,
but that's how they're gonna look at him. But but the thing about him, he's still relevant because he got that show power. So to them, he's still relevant, and he plays a role that still speaks to them. He's hood. And he pretty much played a role that his movie was about. So he's relevant to us. To even young little kids. Remember, even young little kids who are 10 years old, even though 50 is old to them, but the role he plays is so fascinating. He plays a hood on power. And he's selling drugs. And he just shot his son. And he's corrupting his son. Little kids find that fascinating.
And that's sad.
And that's scary.
It is sad. It is sad.
It doesn't leave the TV box. It goes into the street, the lifestyle.
Exactly.
And you think that's the real life.
Well, Bob, you can say you got a platform, brother, and
well, that's why I try to come in and show as much as possible and yell at people. Y'all hear me?
That's a Simmons, all right.
He's our modern day Little Richard.
Right here,
that's right.
SNS.
Y'all see my sister?
We happy. We colored.
Brother, I'll see you on Monday.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
I thank y'all.
Bobby Simmons, ladies and gentlemen.
different versions of us exist in other worlds.
We are building the gateway to the multiverse.
There's got to be a way to destroy this machine. This world will not last. Help me, James.